This is part 2 or 3 in the Nmplol Nick and Milena divorce situation covered by Henry Resilient. Very quickly understand this is not to get at them, this is not to get into the personals. I can't stand the fact that courts handle marriage. I want churches to handle marriage. Even if you are not religious, trust me, it would be a lot better because you're a secular person scared to get married too because the courts just want money. Money and feelings don't mix, right? You don't want a gold digger as a wife, right? Right? And women, you don't want a broke guy, respectfully, because you want him to be able to securely take care of you. Certain things don't mix like water and oil. That's why the courts should no longer handle it. We separated church from state, but somehow the side that the church was supposed to handle got pushed off to the state. Why? Because they want to make money off you. Who cares about the taxes? You don't make enough money collectively to care about this tax break. What? You save $500? You save $500 in a year, and then now they have all this control over you, buddy. Is that why you did it? I know the tax breaks are probably better, but not to the point where they get to control your marriage. Clearly, especially in Texas. So subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's just get into it.
After my NMP and Milena video was posted, within 10 minutes, right, 10 minutes, people were coming in claiming that the court documents were fake, specifically the part about it's Kachi and Nora the Explorer being named in them. Shortly after, I received an email from a reporter who I have a history with.
No lie, because I don't know if who Milena is in terms of personality. And I don't know these women, and I'm sorry if I sound judgy, but they kind of look like the Jezebels, you know? You really guys, if I can give you a little tidbit here, I'm not saying one shoe fits all, but if a woman really practices on looking very pretty, chances are that's where her intentions are. Her intentions are just being pretty. It's vanity, right? A very hot girl is the one that you could put makeup on her without without her having it there. You can see if she were to puff herself up, she would look good, but she chooses to wear that sweater, put no makeup on, and not give a crap because you're supposed to end up liking her for her, not her looks. If it starts off with the looks, it's probably not starting off in a good place. Take that as you will.
Inquiring if I got the documents from 4chan. A friend sent me a message asking if the post was fake that they saw on LSF. Someone speculated that Nick was having an alt account with a hidden post history, brigade the thread, calling the information fake, and he suggested that the comments were getting botted because it had 300 upvotes in 30 minutes. TLDR. Henry got baited by an edited document that was posted on 4chan and is now using it for clicks. The entire part about Nora the Explorer and its Kachi is fake. They doubled down on it being fake and implied that the real court document would get the Twitch handle correctly. The person behind this alt account is likely one of the NMP soldiers who Nick encourages to argue with people on outlets like Reddit and Twitter for him. Because of this, I will show you guys proof that the court documents were real all along. I'll show you how to request them.
Yeah, other than maybe not knowing how to request it, it's very rare someone is going to lie about obtaining court documents and doctor court documents because it's so easy to prove. You would just go on that same website, request it for yourself. Like, what? Why did you think that was like a gotcha moment? Whoever did this. It's so easy to prove. Like, all you did really was buy time and not much.
Yourself, you actually see Milena's full responses to all of Nick's interrogatories, along with a letter that his lawyer wrote to her lawyer regarding her lack of information provided in her interrogatories. Once I started covering Nick and Milena's divorce, remember, Nick filed a motion to seal it. Milena's response stated that his request to seal the case was just another way to silence her while he
I will tell you right now, you see a woman look at you like this in a picture, like you catch the picture of them just glazing you this hard, they love you. They really, really love you. You know what the other picture is? They're looking at the screen and looking at themselves because they love themselves. And then usually when the man's weak, the man's looking at her. There's dynamics in pictures and how you stand up against somebody and stuff. And he's even shorter. She's kind of placing herself. I think he looks like he's shorter. He's placing himself in a way, or she's placing herself in a way where it makes him look like the man. This leads me to believe she initially started off maybe really liking this guy. She's a respectable wife. She knows how to play her part just off of visual optics. So it may be leaning towards Nick for whatever the reason, not wanting to deal with her, which is always sad, man. I always say, man, if you get married, it's going to be rough. There's going to be ups and downs, crazy ups and downs. But there was something that you did or wanted from this person initially. It's very rare it should end by saying, I don't want to do this anymore. because you're giving up the moment where you're supposed to build with this person. Those hurdles are hurdles that are supposed to make you grow, not make you run away, unless they are absolutely batshit crazy. And if that is the case, I take back
Continue
what I
to
said.
make content, evidencing his spending and flaunting his new paramour, It's Kachi. It's safe to say that Melina wanted all of her court docs to be public to begin with, but she ultimately agreed to seal the records instead of fighting for them to be public in court. And now the NMP soldiers have attempted to silence me for pointing out Melina accused Nick of having a romantic relationship with Nora and It's Kachi. The real reason I think Nick wants these court documents to be ruled as fake is because he's worried that It's Kachi or Nora the Explorer will actually end up being deposed and or have to testify should his divorce go to trial.
If you're cheating with someone, your mistress can end up in court, and here's how. Your mistress is going to be called on into a deposition to be asked questions, sitting in the same room with the wife and the husband and the two lawyers. They want to calculate every dollar that was spent on the mistress, and the wife wants half of that. But there's an additional bonus for the wife in terms of revenge. She gets to see the husband and the mistress in the same room where the mistress is humiliated and the husband is humiliated.
So how did I get Nick's 106-page filing? First, you have to go to the Travis County website and to the proper info.
How wild is that? It's like, I always look at it like this: the moment that you get caught for fault, you're splitting your shit up. You're splitting your shit up. There is some form of your get back, I believe, since they broke that vow. They broke your heart. They traumatized you. I'm not knocking the fact that you should get a revengeful get back, but when it becomes like malicious, like forcing them to sell their Pokemon collection after you're getting more than enough bread, it's just like, I capped out. I'm getting 70. And I want you to fucking sell those Pokemon cards, nigga. And what? They're down 30%? Good. That's where you lose me. That's like, come on, right? Where do we draw the line where now you are being the bully? That's where I'm getting at. And I'm not saying she did any of this. I'm saying the courts literally set shit up where it's like, even if she wasn't mad, they're like, no, we're going to be mad for you. We have it set in the law to be mad for you. This guy cheated. This scumbag piece of crap. And we don't even know if he did. Right? Yes, it is clearly obvious. We've seen videos right around the time where they start divorcing or separating or whatever the case is. Because I mentioned the other video, you can see the trajectory of them liking each other and then like them not talking to each other on stream and then they're not being on stream with each other. Like it was like this transition of, yeah, they're probably going to end up getting divorced until the divorce happened. And then this guy's chilling with these like cute looking Asian chick, right? It's easy to draw the line. It's easy to draw the line. But is it cheating or did they separate? Just because the law says separating doesn't count doesn't mean on an actual factual level they weren't separated. You get what I mean? And that's why the law kind of messes up to have this, bro. It makes no sense. At the very least, if you're going to do it because you want to strengthen people not divorcing, beautiful. But don't give someone 70% now because they messed up. That was why you were getting 50. It's like a double dipping.
Information and request them. It's literally that simple. Then if you do it correctly, they'll send you an email saying, hey, we got your request. Thank you for the request. And next thing you know, you will get an email. Now the email will say, hey, hello, we got your request. You need to pay, in this instance, it was $10.90 for the 106-page filing with a link for payment. And if you do it correctly, within, it looks to be like a day, they actually got back to me, you will have your court documents. So let's get into the court document itself. See, this was filed on July 9th by Nick's attorney. This is his motion to compel Melina to basically provide information. Now, this was also in the video, and we don't have to go through all of it, but we're specifically wanting to focus on exhibits G and F. These are F is Melina's response, and G is Nick's response to her lack of response. So we're going to go to page 89 of 106, and this will bring us to exhibit F. Now, as you see, I called this the money shot, and I did redact some information. It's mostly his lawyer's contact information, and this is the exhibit that Nick was referencing. This is Melina's objections and answers to respondents' written interrogatories. Now, written interrogatories are just questions that he asked her to answer. This is complete with her signature. It looks like she submitted this on June 20th to Nick. Now, if you look at the bottom, you see page 1 of 15, and we'll just keep going. We don't have to, this is all redacted. This is obviously her lawyer's information, and we can just get to the questions. Now, this is page objections and instructions, objection to the instructions. So basically, she generally objected to everything, and you can pause it if you really want to read it. That's going to be on you. As we keep going on.
Exactly.
Question number 1. This is about money. For the most part, most of the questions are going to be about money. It's all good. Don't worry about it. But we are here to get to Iskachi's part. We know that these are the companies she named from the video. This is page 4 of 15. As we continue to go down to prove that these court documents are indeed real, please identify in detail all domestic international investments. It's not much here. We continue for the trust. We went through all of this, guys. I promise you, you've seen it before. She objected to, what question is this? State the division of property. Despite her objecting to it, she still doubled down that, hey, she wants a disproportionate share of the estate based on it being Nick's fault. Okay, you will always have that in there. We keep going down because we want to get to
why. See, this is where you get me. Marriage, in secular marriages, marriage through the courts, scam. It really is a scam. People try to, no, but shut up. It is a scam. Money should not be involved. If we know the origination or the origin, sorry, of marriages through God, there's God and then there's mammon. Mammon is money. It's a biblical term for money, if you didn't know that. There's literally a verse. You either will follow God or you will follow money. This conversation is following money. Maybe because they don't believe in God, right? And if that is the case, why is this godly sacrament being involved with money, being involved with the courts? It doesn't make any sense. Because now she maliciously, because he cheated, bro. At the end of the day, if you're that quick to even, I don't know, if you're that quick to be malicious, how much could you really like a person? People who truly love each other, even after they get heartbroken, they don't even want to hurt the person. It's like you're just so unconditionally combined to each other. You're loyal to a fault, right? So you want to think about that. You want a partner that's loyal to a fault. Loyal to a fault means after fault, they're essentially still trying to be loyal. And I know it may sound psychotic, or that you say that's a wrong angle. I'm not saying go giving the person something, but the mentality should follow suit. Because if it doesn't, that means they were not loyal to the fault. You were married to someone that didn't love you as much as you think he did, right? Because look how quick it is. I'm not saying she shouldn't get it. But to be this quick to say, oh, you messed up, I want all your money. Whoa. So if someone were to assume while they were in a marriage, let's say Tectone, for instance, because he brought something up about her, said she's a gold digger, you guys would attack him. You would attack him, right? Beforehand, before any of this is done. When now on the after case, someone so maliciously wanted to go for so much, more than what you should get, right? That kind of shows that maybe they didn't like you for you while they were married as much as you would have thought so. It really does. Because anyone with the right mind who is a good person understands you don't want a vengeance in certain instances. You just walk away. You leave, you self-help, you work on yourself. Of course, you have to pay her bills, so you get 50. You get 50, right? Melina will get 50. That is more than enough. These people are millionaires. 50 of millionaires is a lot of money. It's more than you're going to need. They don't have kids. They probably had paid maids. They think it looks like they lived in an org house with a bunch of people. So no, she wasn't cooking and cleaning. She was just his partner on paper, right? Why even half can be argued to a certain extent. But I get it. He messed up. I agree. Give her half, not 70. Not 70. That is in Texas, bro. Fix up, man. That's crazy.
It's Kachi question. Here's all the bank accounts and property that she know that they own. As we keep going down, these are the companies that she previously named earlier in the court document. We're at page 7. Let's keep going down. This is, I believe, what is this? The debt that they own? Oh, for each sum of money owed by the community estate, separate estate, either party. These Chase credit cards and leases. But we're not here for that. We're here for it's Kachi and nor the Explorer question. Now, before we get there though, right? His lawyer did ask about the $500 purchases, and she named 3 people. Now, look, guys, I have no dog in this fight. You can say I'm Team Elena as much as you want, but I do think this is sad that you have to ask your millionaire husband if you could buy something as small as an iPad.
I agree. When you get married, like, think about it like this, guys. Why the money is supposed to be split? It's both of your money when you get married. If the wife especially is meant to stay home and do all that stuff, that gets equated the same as you going to work, because it's not an equal thing. It's equity. You're breadwinning, she's taking care of stuff. That is still 50-50. Why does she need to beg you to buy an iPad? Original marriage was she gets the card, she can max that bitch out, and you're just fucked with it. Is that bad? Of course. Should she practice discernment? Absolutely. But that would be on you to not marry a gold digger, right? She seems like, for her to ask, and these requests are so small, she doesn't seem like a gold digging chick. She just want a freaking iPad. She has to ask you like she's your parent, or you're the parent. That is fucked up. I don't agree with that. That's stupid. Even if it was $5,000, they're millionaires. Have a conversation about it. But if she wants to get a new rig, like a freaking 5090, 64 gig GB, 9 series CPU, and she wants to stream, then fucking let her. She doesn't have to ask you for that. Maybe it's courtesy, she could ask. But y'all make a bunch of money. If she feels like that's going to help her streaming career, then let her buy it. iPad, bro. It's these instances that's going to make you look bad at the end of the day. And I'm not trying to get into their case. That's just objectively terrible.
He has to approve it because guess what? The credit card is held in his name, and she was just likely a user on the credit card. Now,
how's that even possible?
Here we go. Question 11. If you believe Nicholas is at fault for the breakup of the marriage, state the nature of the fault in which you allege the breakup occurred. We scroll down to her answer. She doubles down. I do believe Nicholas is at fault for the breakup of the marriage. On or about June 24th, we got the Spain trip. We have the other woman in his phone, allegedly. I mean, these are all allegations. At the end of the day, I'm sure Mr. Arthur is going to object. Now, remember, he continues to spend these gifts. We keep going. Remember this question. This is question number 11 because this gets referenced. So we go down to question 15. We can keep scrolling. Like I said, if you want to read it, pause it, go forward. She did not commit any family violence. She did not cheat. Now we get to the it's Kachi question, right? If you allege that your spouse has engaged in intimate intercourse with someone else other than yourself during this marriage, identify the facts which you're specifically aware of. So you keep scrolling down, scroll down some more, scroll down some more. It's
like, it was this bitch. No, I'm joking.
Scroll down some more. And there goes your answer. This is the same answer that they're saying is fake. Please see response to number 11. I've been told by my friends and I have seen online that Nicholas has had a romantic relationship with Nora the Explorer and it's Kachi. Now I get it. Let's keep going. We said we're going to get some new court documents. So let's get to the new. How did Nick respond to this as we keep going down, What was this question?
Your Honor, I don't know them bitches. I have no idea who them bitches are. I've never spoke a day in my life to those women. I'm only using a derogatory term in the case of for a joke. Women, I don't call you guys that. I really don't. Let me just make my joke. I always got a preface for weak people now because everyone, I don't know, the soy has just changed everybody's hormones.
Right here. This was what? If you're going to contend property that is separate, who cares? I'm sure the separate property will come up at some point. At this point in time, discovery is still ongoing. I'm unable to substantially answer the question. During the marriage, Nick and I made content for which we were paid, and she contends that he always controlled the finances as she's been in the dark. We keep going. Let's get to his responses, right? Because we've seen all this. If you've seen the original video, you've seen all this. She was an assistant, stopped being an assistant to help Nick make content. As we keep going. Now we get to Exhibit G, right? We see the end of page 15. How did Nick's response? Okay, so June 24th, within 4 days, he responded saying, hey, we're in receipt of Miss Palome's responses dated June 20th, and we write to address the following deficiencies. Deficiencies as this is missing evidence. All right. Now we keep going down. I'm not even going to read it, guys. You can go through it. You can see it. The highlighted stuff, monthly expenses. She did not provide any documents related to her monthly expenses. Save and accept her lease. Please supplement the response, because she was looking for temporary support, which was agreed upon by Nick. You keep going down. I guess there was a 2024 tax return that Nick wanted. I believe now at this point, all financial records from both sides should be shared, as they're likely in separation or preparing for their trial date in January. But I think they're going to settle. As we keep going. I guess he wanted to know all of her Instagram, Reddit accounts, Snapchat accounts. It is our understanding that Ms. Palone maintains profile on various social media platforms, including but not limited to Instagram, Twitter, X, Twitch, Facebook. Please supplement the responses. Now, this is an interesting question, because I imagine just like Nick has accounts on Reddit, Twitter, X, all that good stuff, she likely has the same. But that's an assumption. Written out interrogatory deficiency. Hey, we need the answer to the Norway question about the Norway property that they may or may not own. And you keep going. CC Nick. All right. Now, what I really want to address is the soldiers. So apparently Nick has a soldier rank within his community where people say, hey, I got the soldier rank. I got to give people getting slack. Soldiers are exempt from God knows what. This is a rank that he encourages people to go on places like X to argue on his behalf. You literally have one of his followers telling people to DIE. Someone pointed out that Nick is recruiting people to fight haters on Twitter and Reddit and 4chan. I just saw Twitter not.
Am I against this? Not really. And here's why. I'm not condoning you go out to go attack people, but you need some sort of counteraction. I always say leave it be. But when you're a big YouTuber or streamer to this degree, thousands and thousands of people comment at you saying disparaging things, getting at you. You're human. It's not because you're some celebrity, meaning you have to just take it. So if you're willing to dish it, be prepared to take it. If they're attacking people that are not dishing it, that's wrong. If he has people for legal reasons because he cannot do it, it's an easy lawsuit to get his get back for individuals who are attacking him so they F off. I'm not really against that. I'm not. It's just, it cannot be malicious to individuals who do not do anything against them. Make sense?
Discord, if I interrupted things, sorry. This is the person who is telling people to die on Discord, okay? And if you're fighting on Nick's behalf, you are considered to be in the trenches. Soldiers, keep up the good work. As you keep scrolling down, look, some people don't even like the soldiers. But you have other people saying, hey, can you change the soldier tag? It seems the same as the streamer color. And someone saying, look, I hate soldiers more than schizos. As you keep one of his top soldiers right here with their rank. People are literally showing proof that, hey, on 1031, give me a soldier role because I upvoted. Why isn't this under every comment section in LSF about other streamers? But for some reason, it's under this one about Nick. Why do we care what NMP has to say? This is the culture that he's creating. Hey, when did you get your soldier role? The 4th of July incident? Like, what? I think in July. Obviously, these soldier roles is not something you choose. You earn it by showing proof that you're defending Nick in his honor online. And here, for those who don't remember, this is the July 4th incident. Let's play it out.
No, there are 13 confirmed people dead and 12 campers are lost right now from a summer camp nearby.
Campers? Is it children awake?
Younglings, Nick.
Okay. They don't have much to live for anyways. It's okay.
Wait, they have their whole lives ahead of them.
Yeah. What? Their whole lives, Bree?
That's so backwards. That's not even. I don't even think he was joking, too. I genuinely think that was an intrusive thought that he said, but you're supposed to use that for older people because they have lived their life, not for the group that didn't even start it yet. That doesn't even make sense logically, but hey, whatever.
Bree
said it.
When they're older, every job is going to be AI. Everything they learn is on ChatGPT. There is no future.
So I'm not even going to make the joke. You guys probably know where I was going with that. Holy shit.
Wow. Well, apparently, if you go online
I'm not doing
and
it. I'm
you
not doing
defend
it.
that, then you too could probably get your
You're
soldier ring.
fucked if
I've
you
been doing this a
defend
long
that.
time, and even going back to me first being known for XQC, I've never posted any fake court documents. Unfortunately, Nick is freaking enjoined from commenting on the divorce, so I doubt he'll come out and say that they're fake, but the documents are 100% real. They always has, they always were. But you have these NMP soldiers trying to spread misinformation, to assassinate my character, or even attack my integrity. More court docs are on the way. I have several cases that I've yet to get to cover, but let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll see you next video. Peace.
There it is, guys. So what the fuck was that? I genuinely don't even know what that was. But in any case, guys, yeah, no, man. Honestly, we don't know enough. I'm not gonna speak on anything. Just as per the law, my whole point was, as much as this may lean on Nick being a bad guy, if he picked up a chick during the, if he's the one who messed up. This is a fault divorce, or it was filed off of fault, not no fault. That's why I can give grace. I'm not gonna be attacking the women. If it's no fault, I'm fully with the guy. Just off of optics, maybe I'm wrong, but if I had to pick a side, gun to my head, I'm picking the guy, because 70% of the time women be pulling that shit out. So you're telling me all the time the guy messes up? The guy that just goes to work and does everything that he needs to do? You've seen the stories, you've seen all the posts, you've seen the TikTok. Literally, we have a whole pill freaking genre of incels because of it, right? So you'd lose me there, but this was at fault. So anyone who's thinking, oh, she needs to blah, blah, blah. No, she deserves something. I think he did mess up from what I believe, right? It's just, I don't believe the courts should be handling this. And two, I don't think Texas has their laws all lined up. I said I agree, or I appreciate their attempts, if that makes any sense, their attempts to keep people together. But it falls short on its ass, because anytime a law is put into place and it opens up an avenue for someone to take advantage, I don't like that, because how laws work, once they do start taking advantage, it's very, very hard to work your way out of that situation, because they would almost damn near have to rewrite the law or do a bunch of court cases, spend a whole bunch of money to see if you could like redact the situation or something like that, or whatever the term would be. But I'm usually against that shit, guys. So you let me know what you think in the comments below here. At the end of the day, he's got some soldiers riding for him, trying to disparage Henry's name. Don't believe stupid things, guys. If information is as simple as get on as a court site to get it, someone's probably not going to doctor the information. Does that make any sense? Is that not a sound argument? If you could disprove it as quick as a search, then that individual usually is cunning enough to know, well, I'm not going to lie on this. I'm going to get caught. People usually lie when they feel like they're going to get away with it, but I'll leave it off there. I'm going to play some Maple Story, so tune in for that on the stream. Take it easy.